Hi guys, great to see you, and just going to chat about some of the things that I've done as a Simon Cowell lookalike over the last 17 years now. So really it started off in around about late 2002, and lots of people came up to me and said, you know, you really look like Simon Cowell. And then they said, well, why don't you do something about it? And my brother encouraged me to send some pictures off to an agency, so I did. Sent some pictures off, had a little photo session, and the work started to come in. And not long after I'd first done that, I got a call from Cactus TV, which was for the Richard and Judy show, and they said, please could you come on to the show, because we're going to have Simon Cowell on the show, and he's going to talk about his new book. So I did that, went on the show, had to judge along with a couple of other guys who would be Simon Cowell lookalikes, had to judge the best singer that they had in the studio, and Simon, out of the three of us, thought I was the best. I got to meet him in person fairly quickly, which is unusual in this industry to do that so quickly. Probably a lot of people have done it for years and years and still never met the person that they portray. So if you're going to be a lookalike for somebody, I think Simon's a great guy to be a lookalike of. You'll have to excuse the hair at the moment. It's lockdown locks at the moment, so usually try to keep that up to scratch, and obviously a bit of hair dye, a bit of help as well. So yeah, my career launched there, and I got in touch with a few agencies, sent some pictures to them, and it kind of springboarded from there, really. People say, do you get stopped in the street? And I do. Oh, people do want selfies sometimes, and the local guys, especially the kids, will shout across the road, hey Simon, how you doing? So you know, you just sort of shrug it off and carry on. But no, it's been a great thing to do. I've really enjoyed doing it. One of my favourite gigs was probably on my own, certainly, was a gig where I was asked to ice skate to switch on some Christmas lights. So I was skating, did a few circuits, then took my skates off and then hit the button and the Christmas lights came on. So that was really good. And then another one I was invited to do was a little mini tour around shopping centres around the UK, and what they'd done, they'd come up with this PR idea, and it was to judge the smells of people's cars, and they called it the stinks factor, as you would. So what we had to do is judge the smell of the car beforehand, and then after they'd actually spring cleaned and put some air fresheners in the car, and that was what it was all about. It was about the air freshener sales. Very, very enjoyable, great bunch of people to work with. Have there ever been any negative things about the job? No, it's always been really, really good. Despite having done it for 17 years or so now, it's always been enjoyable, and I always still get surprised. We even got to do riding on horseback as jousting knights. I had my friend Peter, who at the time was portraying Louis Walsh. So we were invited to Warwick Castle, got on horseback, and we actually did some jousting. So it doesn't get much better than that, or does it? Because back in 2009, end of 2009, I'd done a job in a supermarket in Wembley with some other lookalikes, and one of the guys, his name's Andy, he was a David Beckham lookalike, and he phoned me up after we'd done this gig in a shop in Wembley. We had the Queen, we had Gordon Ramsay, we had Mr. T, and who else did we have? We had it was a brilliant day anyway. We were all queuing at the checkout and getting photographed, and they were doing video clips for Asda as a publicity stunt. So Andy called me not long after that and said, look, I'd like to invite you to be in this act that we're putting together for Britain's Got Talent. and it's going to be called, we decided we're going to call it the Chip and Doubles. Sounds interesting. Tell me more. Well, we're going to dress as monks, and then one by one each character will be revealed, and ending of course with you as Simon. So I said, great, well, that sounds brilliant. So we started rehearsing, and every Sunday for 3 months, I think, as many as we could cram in, we rehearsed over and over down in the YMCA just off the Tottenham Court Road in London. So regular trips down there. All of us would live all over the place, mostly in the south, so I was about the furthest north, coming down from the Midlands. So yeah, it was very great fun, and the looks that we got, because we had to dress up in the monks' costumes to rehearse. So yeah, fascinating. And then culminating in our audition for Britain's Got Talent. The first one was in Islington, I think, and then they said, it's a definite yes from us, we want you to go through to the live audition. So we did the live audition, I think that was November 2009, and that was at the Apollo, Hammersmith. Went there, did the audition. They saved us till the very last, so we were the last. Take a look at the clip, Chip and Double's first audition. In fact, let's take a look at that now, and then I'll talk some more.